Hi. I've struggled for a long time, like my whole adult life. And in a particular area, that's not important. What's important is the thing that has helped me consistently. And every time I've kind of gotten on top of this mentally, it has been in those moments when I have felt like I have dominion. And when the Bible says God gives us dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth, God gives us dominion. So if we don't feel like we have dominion, then we're probably not leaning on God, or we're not acknowledging that God is the power. We're trying to do it ourselves. At least I can speak from experience. That has happened to me. So what's really interesting is when I have finally sort of decided I'm going to not take control, but take possession of my thinking, take possession of my body and govern its feeling and action, as Mrs. Eddy says. It's like take possession of your body of thought and govern its feeling and action, which is what you're going to feel inhumanly. But it's that place of claiming the dominion that we've been given by God. And I've tried many times to do it on my own. Doesn't work or it doesn't last. And the only times I have found success in overcoming this sort of long-standing, what feels like a long-standing issue, is when I have felt like I have to do it on my own, or have felt like I can't do it, and kind of taken on that sort of victim mentality that I think we all deal with. You know, the human experience is kind of fraught with that. But we are given dominion. And whatever God leads us to claim that place of dominion. And sometimes that looks like human footsteps. Sometimes that looks like getting organized or making a list of things, or, there are all sorts of people you can go to get advice about that kind of thing. I am not that. But metaphysically speaking, knowing that we are able to have dominion by taking whatever steps we are inspired to take is the thing that unlocks those steps. It is the thing that gets us over the place of victimhood and victim mentality and feeling like this is happening to us and there's nothing I can do. Yeah, there is. You can lean on God because God gives us dominion. God is the power, and we lean on God. We lean on the truth. If you don't like the word God, that's okay. Use the word truth or love or principle or spirit or mind, intelligence, whatever the God of your understanding is, and whatever that higher power is that is beyond that mortal sense of self, the false ego, whatever that is for you, lean on that and claim the dominion of that, and we will be able to overcome those issues that seem like, for me at least anyway, a long-standing, lifelong issue that, you know what, I get to claim dominion over. And it is my choice. Do I claim the dominion or not? And am I willing to lean on God in those moments when I feel weak and God is strong? It's like, I always have the choice to know that I can lean on God. As long as I know that I will lean on God in those moments, then dominion is mine. If I doubt whether I'm going to lean on God in those moments, then I have more to learn. that's that's been my whole life. So yeah, I'm with you guys. I know the feeling, and sometimes it feels like a huge struggle, but there's that little click in thought when we decide to lean on God, and then everything works out. So anyway, I invite you to that moment of click, that moment of release where we let go and let God be the one in control. So lots of love. I'm trying to think if I have any news. Do I have any news, sports, and weather to share with you? Do I have any news? Registration is open for the next summit, which will be October 8th. Oh, wait, that's our anniversary. That's our anniversary. So the summit is on October 8th. Registration is open. So, and there are only, just so you know, and we're kind of reaching this as far as registrations go. We've gone over 100, but as far as the number of people who can show up live, I think at this point my Zoom is limited to 100. So definitely claim your spot early. And if you register, you will get the recording, but I invite you to come live because only by coming live can you sit in the love seat. And that's kind of the whole point. So if you want healing, come join us because it's really God shows up and it's all about God. So I invite you. Go to thesummitlive.com, thesummitlive.com, all three words, thesummitlive.com. Register for the summit October 8th. It may be at a different time. I'm going to be on the East Coast. So anyway, right now it is at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So let's hope that stays the same. And we are doing a version of that in community, actually, in This Choice Matters community, which is that kind of deeper dive group that we have Morning Metaphys people who subscribe to Morning Metaphys, which is more like podcast. That's more like you listening. But there's also This Choice Matters community, which is kind of the deeper dive group where we have discussions and things. And what we do on Mondays in there is something called prayer and practice, which essentially is what we do at the summit. It's taking up an issue and then handling it metaphysically utilizing this divine science, the science of the Christ, and kind of talking it through together and saying, okay, if you were a practitioner on this case, what issue would you really be addressing here? And it's good practice because this really is a practice. Like we get to practice this. And where else can we do that but in a community with like-minded people? So we are doing that. And if you're interested in that, go to my website, lisataylorcs.com. And under the Choices tab, you can see the different programs like Morning Metaphys or This Choice Matters Community. I do need to put the summit on there. Haven't done that yet. So anyway, I'll see you there. Sorry, this got a little bit longer than I thought. But lots of love. Always reach out. If you go to lisataylorcs.com, you can also contact me there if you need to contact me for any reason. So